Hello, good morning, everybody. From this week, I decided to video this because it's much easier. It doesn't take that long. Otherwise, I have recorded and then I have to um, edit it on iMovie. So it takes a lot of time. So I decided just to one shot, a straight shot, and I can just get it done in 15 minutes. So makes my life much easier and it leave me a lot of time to study. So here we go for this week podcast, and I want to talk about love this week today. Um, One of the famous uh, topics that everybody talks about: love, 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 and we love to love, and we like to be loved, and so here we go. Last year, when I sat for 85 days in silence in Pennsylvania, I had this extraordinary experience with the dog that I had, and the dog's name was Huey. It's um, I think German Shepherd. Yes, German Shepherd, pure white and beautiful and stubborn, of course. And but really a nice dog. I'm a dog person, so I love dogs. Um, so usually I finish my breakfast in the morning around 7:30 to 8 o'clock, and then I go for a short walk. It's like my um, walking meditation in the morning. So I go to the end of the road and I come back, and so he usually follows me. So this particular day I came out, and so I noticed there is a difference in him, and he was going crazy, and he there was this tree in front of the house, and he's just circling around, looking up, and I couldn't figure out what's going on. And since I didn't speak and I couldn't ask Huey what's going on, so I had to observe, and then I saw there was a kitty cat on the tree. So he was a small cat, and then a black, and so Huey was going crazy because it's his property, and he usually doesn't let anybody comes in as far as animals goes. So he tried to protect his area. I think he's just going crazy because this is my land and why did you come here? Anyway, so I went for my walk and I came back and then I went with my daily routine and I practiced and I came back and I still saw he was guarding the house and then the cat, of course, up on the tree. So I felt bad. I wanted to help the cat, and I tie up the Huey, the dog, and then I grab a ladder and I pull the cat down from the tree, and I left him on the ground, and so then I let the dog. I released the leash, and well, of course, he started to chase her, and so the cat ran out and went under a old car that he has there. So this happened, and then like a day or two, this happened, and the cat was running away from the dog, and dog was chasing the cat. And I think that cat has a nature that they know how to dominate a place or people or on their environment. So little by little, and he came closer and closer to the house. And so I saw that Huey was kind of getting okay with it, and he didn't have any problems. and he still chased her. And so then one day I saw that the cat was sitting on the a chair that we have in outside of the house, and so whenever cat get out from that chair and go to whatever he wants to drink water or something, and the Huey follows the cat, and then um, if the cat goes somewhere else, and he chases the cat, and so cat has to come back to the chair. So he literally accepted the cat, but gave him a place to stay. Well, this is your corner, this is your place, this is my whole property, and so you can stay here as long as you are in that chair. That's kind of how I saw it. So, but still, the Huey loved the cat and took care of the cat, and he would go and kiss her and lick the cat and give some love, and but he cannot leave the chair. So in my head, while I was doing meditation and observing this whole thing, I named it, as we, of course, we name things, and I gave it a name, and I called it Huey's Cornered Love. So when we love, sometimes we, as human beings, we does that too. We talk about unconditional love, but we don't realize sometimes we cornered the person or the things that we love, people we love, and we expect them to be certain way. We can love somebody as long as they behave in certain ways and they live up to our expectations. Then we can love them, or we think that as love. But I think the love is actually um, it's a little bit. It has to be open-minded, and it has to be very um, um, not a burden. It has to be very relaxed, and each other has to understand, respect each other's differences, and agree to disagrees. And I think that's where we can find peace and happiness. So in the world, um, all the commotions that are going on here in the world today, it's due to not understanding what really love means. Because for for some people, love is something that we think, if I give you this and that, and you are being loved. But it's not love. It's just that you have conditions, and when the other person, or on the other country or the society or the culture doesn't live up to your expectation, there is a friction, and that creates difficulties, that creates suffering, that creates problems, wars. So, name of love, there could be so many things could happen, and so it's very important to understand how to love and what is love. And Buddha talks about um, talk when he taught the Metta Sutta, Karaniya Metta Sutta, loving kindness sutta. He talks about um, Mata Yata Niyang Puttang, like a mother who loves her only child. Monks, you should train yourself to love other living beings. So every single living being. So that kind of attitude, if we can have non-judgmental attitude towards other people, um, it's I don't want to say don't judge, because it's a very natural habit, natural tendency that we do judge people. And even though we want to not to judge, it's just a very natural reaction. So I don't know how much we would success, but we can try. So when we share our loving kindness, especially when we practice loving kindness meditation, so we have to keep in mind that uh, it has to be unconditional. And maybe we already have a picture of what it has to be. So we have to let go that image that we have about love. So if we can let it go, I think it would be easier to embrace the world, people, the other cultures and ethnicities, sex or whatever, as it is. And so I think when we don't meet those expectations, that's where conflicts comes in. So in other words, we have conditions, and to um, to do this, I think we have to be very mindful. And each time when we engage with the world, and each time when we talk on the phone, driving on the road, when we do our jobs, so it's practically a 24/7 work. And so if we can work like that, I think we can set our mindset, we can change our mindset to that unconditional attitude. So that way, I think we would be able to love each other um, without any conflicts, without any dramas involved with it. So I think that's where we need to work on. So um, I hear people talk about a lot of love, and there are so many songs written about love, and there are so many books written about love, but there is something lacking in the world. And we see, when you think about all the commotions that going on in the world, when you think about all the wars, struggles that people going through, and so people go to extremes about these things, and it just due to lack of understanding. So I think to love somebody thoroughly, to love somebody unconditionally, it has to come with the heart, but you have to remember it starts in our brain. So even though love always represents the heart, but it starts here. So the understanding, there is a connection between your heart and your brain. So when we understand that, so when Buddha talks about, he always um, talk about panya and karuna. So those two has to be balanced. So the kindness and love and compassion and also wisdom. So you have to um, be mindful, aware of where we have to pay our attention. And when we do that, I think we would be able to um, love somebody unconditionally. It's not something that impossible, but we are so used to um, love, or seeing love as that giving everybody's uh, everything in our mind is love. We give sometimes people the world, but we don't give them the freedom to be who they are. So we want them to be who want us them to be. So that creates difficulties in their lives. So once we understand that, I think we would be able to free ourselves, and we have um, then we have capacity to let the other people to be free. And so that freedom creates the bond, understanding between two people and between two societies, between two countries. So that's how I think we can become a global village. So the idea of that understanding each other who lives far away. So I think it's very important to understand this is a topic that never gets old. That never we can talk about this over and over. And sometimes when you think about actually, as Beatles sang, we all need is love. That's all we need actually. If we have that kind of love, and the world going to be a very beautiful place. And so this is my podcast tonight. And love, 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 and love each other unconditionally. Give it some thought and share your ideas, wisdom with me, and what you think about it. And 15 minutes not enough time to talk about it, but I thought to share my story, how I look at it, and it's unconditional love is possible if we work on it. So thank you for listening, and it's Monday, and love you all, and I hope you have a lovely week, and peace and love. Have a good week. Thank you.